I get referrals all the time from people that I do not know. I had a young lady that came in last week. Her mama brought her. Her mama follows me on Instagram. And she said, my mama said I had to meet this lady she followed on Instagram. She's pre-approved and we're actually shopping for a house.
Really?
Really.
My name is Shad Harris, and I've always loved hearing the stories of how creatives and entrepreneurs got started in their careers. So now, it's my time to tell those stories. This is Interviews with the Rebel. What's going on, people? This is Shad Harris of the Rebel Society, and today we are actually doing another Interviews with the Rebel episode. And today we have former makeup artist, current and thriving real estate agent, Terria Hills. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, cool. So with this series, the whole purpose of it is to, highlight different people who are innovative and, unconventional and really disruptive creators and entrepreneurs who are really killing it, especially, using these little things we have here,
Yes.
our phones, kind of make a name for themselves. So that's why I wanted to speak to you, because I've, been following you for a while, and I've actually, we did our first shoot together, a couple months ago. It was a success. People loved it.
Yep. Still talking about it.
Yeah. A lot of people are talking about it. I actually had somebody hit me up about it like 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
So.
And I still hit promote on that certain video too to kind of.
Yeah, you gotta keep them ads running. Running. So, first question, the kind of is an icebreaker question.
Okay.
Which music artist do you feel like you relate to the most?
That I relate to the most?
Uh-huh.
A music artist. Let's think. As far as like their lyrics or them personally, or
a little bit of both. Like everything they do is like something that, either something that you would do or you relate to, like the songs, stuff you've actually been through, all that stuff. How they move, all that stuff.
I'm guilty. I'm not really too in tune with music. But I would probably have to say, I guess, Mary J. Blige. She was just here. She's amazing. She goes through her ups and downs like any woman, and always comes out on top. So
okay,
I have to say probably Mary.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so what is your 60-second origin story as far as like how you got started, all that good stuff?
Started with real estate.
Yeah.
Okay, so to break it down, I've always wanted to do real estate since I was probably about 20 something. I always knew I would be a beast at it. It was just about the timing of my life. So everything happens for a reason. I'm a big, firm believer in that. So of course, I was a makeup artist for 6 years, freelance, worked for myself, never worked for any company, any counter, anything like that. And I built up this network of just amazing people that followed me and came to me for services and things like that. And then my daughter went to school. So my daughter's 7 now. So when she went into pre-K, I had a lot more free time because I was a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, okay.
I was a freelance makeup artist and a stay-at-home mom for 5 years while my daughter was growing up. And when she went to school, I said, okay, I got a lot more free time now. What's something that I always wanted to do?
Right.
And, I didn't boast or brag about, I'm going to do this. I just did it.
Just did it?
I took the classes, I passed, and then I became a realtor and been going uphill from there.
Okay, cool. All right, so how long you been doing it for?
So this is my second full year.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's talk about your first year.
Okay, my first year, yes, 2018.
Yes. How was that first year for you?
First year, honestly, still this year, still a learning curve. There's so much in real estate that a lot of people don't know that goes on, especially when you're trying to become, or maintain being a top producer.
Right.
It's a lot that comes with that as far as the business side of it. But my first year was basically the hugest learning curve. It was just learning the contracts, learning the lingo, learning scripts, learning what not to do, what I can do, how to not get real to jail.
Right.
It's real.
That's a real thing?
Yes, real to jail where you got to pay fines and talk in front of a board and all this other stuff. That's a real thing. And it was just learning how to communicate with my audience because I am big on social media. That's just real on Instagram. So I just learning how to communicate real estate and how my passion for real estate to kind of get that to portray through my visuals on social media.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That was my main source of business with social media.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you doing anything particular on social media to kind of, get your name out there, or did you already have? You probably had a solid.
I had a pretty big following from my makeup, and I mean, like I said, everything happens for a reason. And I believe if it was switched, and I was a agent before, and then a makeup artist after that, I wouldn't have the success that I have, because I did have that huge following from makeup. I had all those people that I could just kind of transfer on over.
Right.
My brides, they're married, they want to buy a house.
Kind of makes sense.
It does make perfect sense. And when I posted my license and I said, I'm a realtor now, I got, you get a lot of likes for stuff like that. But who cares about likes? I got an inbox. The inbox was from one of my brides. She said, oh my goodness, I just got pre-approved. I think it's fate. I want you to be my realtor.
Really?
She was my first client. Yep. She got new construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, besides that, in that first year, what were some things that you were kind of doing to like get your name out there? Because I know a lot of people, new real estate agents, that's kind of like their main thing is, all right, I just got my license. What are some things I can do to kind of, get this ball rolling?
Networking is key. Go to different networking events. Network with other realtors. Let them know, hey, I'm a realtor now.
Does that work?
It depends. It depends on who you're talking to. Me, I had a mentor. I'm a firm believer in having a mentor. I had a makeup mentor when I was a makeup artist when I first started, and I had a real estate mentor when I became a real estate agent when I first started. And I think that was crucial in both of those businesses as far as setting me up to succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I like to give numbers out when this. So those let's say first 6 months, like what were the numbers looking like as far as like how much money you was bringing in from?
First 6 months.
Because a lot of people say that in your first year or so, you're not really bringing in none. I've heard a lot of real estate agents say that.
Okay. The first 6 months was okay. That first year was pretty darn good. I cleared 6 figures my first year.
Oh, really?
So.
Okay.
I thought I was doing pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, that sounds pretty damn good. All right, so I know a lot of. Actually, I'll take it back. What do you feel like is the blueprint of success for a good real estate agent? And the reason I ask that is because I feel like in every industry, if you do, these 3 or 4 things, it's going to lead you to success, even if it's like working hard, having great customer service, so on and so forth. So what do you feel like is those things for real estate?
Being consistent. That's number one, hands down. Number one, being consistent. Lead generating. Staying level-headed. Being solutions-based.
What do you mean by that?
What do you level-headed or solutions-based? Or both?
Both.
Okay, level-headed. Being in this industry, you deal with hundreds of different personalities, hundreds of different people. I've been fired from clients. I have fired clients. Like, it's really real behind the scenes. It's not all sold and under contract, and it's not all bubbles and rainbows. It is really, you have to be really level-headed with it, because you can't just be cussing people out. You could fire them, they could fire you, but you still want to remain that professional aspect to it. So you just have to maintain level. Even when I've had clients talk to me crazy. And, if I wasn't a professional, they might get talked back the same way. But you can't do that in this industry because, word of mouth. And just the fact that you are a professional, you have to maintain that professionalism. And just being solution-based is a lot of first-time home. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers. They don't know a lot. I'm basically teaching them from contract to close of the home buying process. So a lot of them have tons of questions. They get panicked. It just comes with a lot, and you have to be on the fly with those problem solving and knowing what you're talking about, and not just
guessing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So you're absolutely right about that. That makes all the sense.
Yeah.
So everybody I know that's actually produced a lot in as far as real estate, those that feel like the traits that all of them have. So so there's a phrase out there that I kind of believe in as well, that you have to spend money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you feel is the one thing or two things that you feel like you spent money on that's gave you back the most return?
For me, and this is probably different from a lot of people, and from what I speak to with other realtors, one of the things that I spend the most money on is my photo shoots. I have a very creative mind, so I will spend $1,000 on a photo shoot to get pictures for the next 6 months or so. So, I mean, I don't spend a lot of money on marketing. I don't do cold calling or anything like that. So, probably my marketing, my pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh, and boosting
posts.
ads, because all of my leads come from social media or referrals. So, like, literally, I'll get maybe one inbox a week from somebody that follows me on Instagram, or one inbox from somebody that saw somebody share a post on Facebook.
Okay.
So me boosting those things it's helping me reach a broader audience. People sharing, it's helping me reach a broader audience. So.
Okay, got a couple questions in regards to that.
Yep.
What made you think of, like, because I feel like a lot of people don't do that, especially around here.
What?
As far as, like, running like social media ads and stuff like that. So what, clicked in your brain saying that, what, this is something I need to be doing?
Just knowing that I can get business from social media from being a makeup artist. Like, I used to do hashtags a lot being a makeup artist. 30% of my makeup business came from my hashtags. People found me, VA makeup artist, Virginia makeup artist. So just knowing that there's an avenue there that I can hone in on and get business from, I kind of just transferred that over to my real estate career, just knowing that I got to stay on this path because there's business there.
Okay.
Yep.
And as far as the photos, you say you spend, a lot of money when it comes to your photos, and your photos look great.
Thank you.
And you also have, by working with you have that creative mind where pretty much when we sat together, she's like, you know what, the little idea you got was cool, but I got something better, and it turned out good.
And
so
it turned out really good.
So I mean, I guess one of your titles could be like creative director as well.
I do call myself a creative director. People have asked me to do stuff for them, and I'm so busy I can't. But I do have I've always had a very creative mind. Yeah. I've always liked arts. I've always liked drawing. I've always liked things like that. So yeah.
So I'm guessing you feel it's very important to have like your face out there.
Definitely.
All right. What do you think about the people or the real estate agents who don't do
that? I think they're losing out on potential clients. But then again, they could put something out and the content just not be good. So
I've seen a lot of people put stuff out and it don't hit at all.
The content just don't be good. Or I've seen this as well. People straight jacking somebody else's stuff and putting their face on it.
I've seen that as well.
That's just amazing. But
the same looks of the photos, all that.
Right. And with my stuff, like I said, the stuff is off the top of my head. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the visuals. I'm thinking about the background. I'm thinking about what's in my hand, the props. Like, I'm thinking about every single aspect of the picture, of the video. You see me how I get.
Right. Turning the Rain Man out there.
I do. I turn into like straight. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we got that shot. Let's do this. Like, I'm very hands-on with that stuff. So, and I know that's my, something that is special about me.
Okay. Yeah. For people who are just starting out in this industry, do you feel like it's super important to have a presence on social media?
Definitely. And I have a few mentees, and I tell them, different tips and tricks to use to boost their social media presence.
What are some of give me, not all your tricks, give me like one or two of your tricks that you feel like, works every time.
Okay.
Give me something good.
And it's something so simple. Engage with your audience.
Okay.
Engage with your audience. I take the time to, especially if it's like a major post where it's a lot of likes and a lot of comments, comment back on everybody's stuff.
Right.
Comment. Don't just put a heart next to it. Say something back. Hey girl, hey, what's going on? Thank you so much. Something. But comment back and engage with your audience, because that audience is potentially your clientele or can send you referrals.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I get that all the time. I get referrals all the time from people that I do not know. I had a young lady that came in last week. Her mama brought her. Her mama follows me on Instagram. And she said, my mama said I had to meet this lady she followed on Instagram. She's pre-approved and we're actually shopping for a house.
Really?
Really.
So I've had a beard for years. but I never used any type of beard butter or oil on my beard until I came across nostalgia. Now, I can't stop using it. Okay. All right.
Hey, Ashley.
So, what is something that you feel like you've carried over from being a makeup artist to real estate, if any?
As far as business-wise?
Yeah, business-wise.
Social media?
Yeah, business-wise.
I would just have to say being consistent. I don't go longer than 3 days without posting.
Mm-hmm.
Again, let's go back to consistency.
Yeah.
I don't go more than 3 days without posting, and it could be something. It could be an old picture. I'm gonna pull out the archives and post, and it could just be a bad outfit, and people be like, "Yes, honey." So but you gotta be consistent with that. So that would be one of the things is being consistent and using the hashtags. Hashtags work.
All right. So this is something I've actually been going through because before today, I probably haven't posted in like a week on like my main timeline. Yeah. So
I'm getting on my husband like. It's 3 days.
Right. So, and I'd be like, I gotta post something new every time I do.
You know?
Like, do you ever have days where like you post something and you like, it don't get the love that you feel like it should have got?
Of course.
But you still just like, you know what? I'm just keep it moving anyway.
As long as I need one post. I need to reach one person.
Really?
Out of all them people, I got 10,000 followers. Reach one person and send me a referral or come see me in my office. Yeah. Just one.
Okay. Yeah, because I definitely had moments where like I'll be going hard, posting like a couple times, 3-4 times a week, and then I like, you know what, I ain't got nothing new, so I'm gonna just kind of chill out, and then the engagement slows down and all that stuff.
Post a picture of your camera, post something. Just it's that social media presence that you have to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
You have to maintain, and I'm sure people understand it's not all what it claims to be, but they love to see it. So keep posting.
Okay. All right. And one of the last questions is because I know you got to get out of here.
Got to close it.
Yeah. So for people who are just getting their license, what are some ways to actually make a name for yourself in this industry?
Okay. So let's backtrack. When somebody comes to me and says they want to be a realtor, and I get this a lot. The first thing I say is, do you have at least $3,000 to $5,000 in your savings?
Okay.
That's the first thing, because that's going to cover your first year of fees, and then you're going to need money to still eat and maintain your household bills. So if you don't have that, don't even think about becoming a realtor just yet.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. But I would say which is something that they need to do.
Yeah. What are some ways to actually make a name for yourself? I mean, not just be out here and do all right. How you can actually kill it? Coming out the gate.
Contacts.
Just having contacts?
Contacts. So by contact, I mean contacting people on a daily basis. Having those conversations with people on a daily basis. When you walk outside your door, when you're at the store, when you're at Walmart, when you're at Dunkin' Donuts, have those conversations. That's what we call a contact. When we're actually having a real estate conversation with somebody, that's a contact, because that could potentially lead to a sale.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in real estate, with new agents, they want them to have 20 contacts a day. 20. If you're really, really having 20 real estate related contacts a day, you're gonna have some business.
Right.
You're gonna have somebody's gonna send you something. So that would be the main thing, is contacts, which is what we call another form of lead generation, which is having those conversations.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So as we close this out, what does the near future hold for yourself?
The near future. So let's see. I'm in the process of building my team for Pink Tree Property Group. And
that's something new, right? The Pink Tree, right?
So I am a legit business. Payroll, all that stuff.
Okay.
I'm legit. I do have a showing assistant currently. I do have a transaction coordinator currently. So the next thing would be to hire an admin, which I'm looking for, and then possibly a buyer's agent. So I'm just building my team. And that's pretty much it. Just building my team and just getting bigger and better. But I just want to end by saying Thank you, Rashad, for that video. That
No
video
problem.
was amazing.
No
I shared
problem.
it in all my little realtor Facebook groups, and they was jumping on that thing. They loved it.
Like, I legit had somebody ask me 2 days ago, like, yo, you did Terria's video? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, I definitely need something like that. And I'm like, all right, well, we can't do the exact same
I might
thing,
need a
but
creative director.
Yeah.
They can pay
I might need to hire you to be creative director on some of these shoots. Because you had all your stuff together. So, yeah, I might definitely need that. So, once again, where can people find you at?
So they can find me on Instagram, Best Dressed Realtor, and it's a fact. And they can also find me on Facebook.
I see you're not humble at all. Yeah?
Well, humble brag. There's nothing wrong with a humble brag every now and then.
True.
It's confidence, not cocky. So don't get it confused, okay?
True.
And that's how my parents raised me. So Terria Hills on Facebook. So you can send me a friend request if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest only. Thank you. Or you can follow me on Instagram. That's public. So yeah, or Pinktree Property Group at gmail.com.
All right, cool. So once again, it's been another great conversation. Got to really dive deep inside the mind of a real estate agent that's killing it out here. So,
wait, let's rewind. How am I killing it? I would love to hear how do you, in your eyes, as somebody outside looking in, how do you perceive me as killing
it? I feel like you're killing it because I always, like, even before I actually knew you, I used to always hear your name. And, like, I'm not even in the market to buy a house.
Right.
And I know, like, a handful of real estate agents, but I always heard your name.
Mm-hmm.
And I always saw your face and saw your, whatever you had going on, it was always out there. So even, it might just be perception. You could have not been killing it. But the way you was always...
And that's a fact.
Right. So...
But I am.
So just by that, you became top of mind. Like, even when I hear people, talk about real estate agents, they always talk about you. So I was like,
that's dope.
Yeah, so she has to be doing something great out here. So
yeah.
So that's what made me kind of reach out to you. I was like, you know what? I've always heard her name, and we had a mutual friend as well, so who always talked about you. So just by that, just like, you know what? I need to reach out to her and see, how we can kind of, work together on something.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just your name was always ringing bells out here.
That's what I like to hear.
That's good to hear.
So that means what I'm doing on social media is definitely working.
Right. You gotta stay top of mind. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I just had my first $2 million month.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought,
it came way sooner than what I thought, but I'm super proud of myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you was definitely killing it. So. All right, so once again, it's Shad Harris. You can find me everywhere at Shad Harris, as well as the new website, shadharris.com, is actually about to be up pretty soon. So that's it for the interviews with a rebel, and good day, good evening, good night. We're out.